Okay, so we have the gram formula mass page in our packet, and gram formula mass means the exact same thing as molar mass. We need to definitely use your periodic table. So you'll need to get yours out. And go ahead and get that out now. Dig that out. I'll do problems number 1 and 9 as examples. We need to find the mass of hydrogen. And we have, in this case, in our formula for H2O, 2 times hydrogen. And so when we look up hydrogen on the periodic table, we notice that it says that it is 1.01. However, I have 2 copies of the hydrogen from the formula, so 2 times 1.01. And then I also have oxygen, but I only have 1 of them. So I look up oxygen, and oxygen has a mass of 16. It says 16.00. And again, this is designed so that we can round and not have to actually use a calculator. So this is going to be approximately 2 plus 16 is going to give us a sum total of 18. So water's mass is 18. 1 molecule of water would be 18 U's or AMU's, but it's telling us to find the gram formula mass. So we're going to add grams for the unit. It's really asking us to find the mass of 1 mole or molar mass. That's all you actually have to do. It's looking them up and adding the components. Let's go down to number 9 because it's got parentheses in it, a little bit more complicated formula, and we'll look at that as a bit of a refresher. Okay, in our formula we have calcium, and we have 3 of them. Calcium times 3. We have 1 phosphate inside the parentheses, and we have a 2 on the outside, which means we have to double everything that's inside the parentheses. So I really have 2 phosphates, or P. So I have 2 phosphate, which is the name of the ion, and in that I have 2 phosphorus. And I have 4 oxygens on the inside, but it's doubled. So I really have a total of 8 oxygens. Okay, so I look up calcium on the periodic table, and I notice that it has a mass of 40.08. But again, we can round. We're trying to do this by hand without calculators. So we're going to round this to simply 3 times 40, which is going to be 120. And now I'm going to look up phosphorus. I look up phosphorus, which happens to be on the other edge of the periodic table, non-metal side. Here's phosphorus. Phosphorus is 30.97. So we're going to round it to 31. And there's 2 copies of that. So I've got like 62 here. And then I go up to oxygen. Oxygen has a mass of 16, and there's 8 of them. Okay, so I remember easily that this is going to be 16 times 2 is 32. So doubled is 32. 64 then would be 4 of them. Doubling the 64, that would give me the mass of 8 of them. So this is going to come out to 128. Okay, and then now that I've got the math done, and you can see where I'm saying that it's designed so that you can do just that, double things, triple things. and work your way up. That's the easiest for doing the mental math, but you can certainly go ahead and use your calculator on the front. Okay, so then mathematically we're going to add the sum up, and we're going to get total of 310 grams. Okay. So I have to keep carrying over. So 310 grams is the total here. For each of the remainder, you're going to do the exact same process. So one, impossible to do without a periodic table. If you don't have your periodic table, the color-coded one, there is one on the inside flap of your textbook. It just has some numbers that are to 4 decimal places and some to 3 and some to 2. So you just have to do a little bit more rounding. Okay, this one's a little bit easier, fewer decimal places. So less rounding.